Sigo cruzando ríos, andando selvas, amando el sol. Cada día sigo sacando espinas de lo profundo del corazón. En la noche sigo encendiendo sueños para limpiar con el humo sagrado cada recuerdo.
Cuando escriba tu nombre en lana blanca con fondo azul, cuando mire el cielo en una forma cruel de una nube gris, aparezcas tú. Una tarde subo a una alta loma, mira el pasado, sabrás que no te he olvidado.
Welcome to York School. Bienvenidos a la Escuela de York. I'm Gretchen Nadaner, Spanish teacher and Global Scholars Coordinator.
And I'm Elizabeth Siarny, Director of Global Programs. This is an exciting first foray for York into the world of podcasting, and we're very ecstatic, honestly, to share the great work that our 2023 cohort of Global Scholars have been doing for the past year. Before we dive in, I'd like to give you a little bit of background about the Global Scholars programming at York. The York Distinguished Global Scholars Certificate recognizes graduating students who have demonstrated the knowledge and the skills, the empathy, the leadership required to thrive in an increasingly interconnected world. After 3 years of coursework in Learning Beyond York, students apply for this distinction in their junior year. Our programming affords students the opportunity to pursue studying a rigorous curriculum in internationally focused courses, to participate in conferences and extracurriculars, and to travel and study abroad with our partners at CIEE. During their senior year, students learn together as a cohort and as individuals, applying their learning to a topic of their interest and working on a final project that demonstrates their commitment to understanding other perspectives and improving the common good.
In this season, we meet 7 distinguished global scholars from York School in Monterey, California, and cross over into new language paradigms, landscapes, and cultures. In this series, we hear from students who share their appreciation and understanding of other cultures and global issues. For me as an educator in particular, I'm excited that students are inviting our larger community into a dialogue about topics they are passionate about. I also think that this opportunity demonstrates their ability to cultivate their intrinsic motivation to pursue further engagement in such topics after graduation this May.
Jenny, you've been doing a lot of work with our 7 seniors this year. Can you tell us a little bit about the process of getting the students to this place?
Definitely. To begin this process, we established a collective tone of norms for holding discussions in an atmosphere of safety and respect, ensuring that each scholar felt valued and capable. I had many conversations with each student about their interests, and then at a certain point as a cohort, we shifted our attention to questions of how do we want to share our learning? How do we want to encourage others to have these conversations?
I remember at the beginning of the year when you and I spoke about our shared vision for Global Scholars, we really wanted to end up with a product that invited others into the conversation. And I think that this podcast is a great first step, not just for the graduating seniors, but also for other students who are continuing their studies at York.
I couldn't agree with you more. So now we open our minds, our hearts, and our ears to learn about the unique topics these 7 scholars bring to us in this series. By listening, we continue to motivate them and future generations to be engaged in learning by directly encouraging them to celebrate their cultural capital. And this means their unique cultural experiences and knowledge, both within and also outside of the classroom walls. Together, we create a community of global scholars who are enthusiastic about learning and become successful leaders in the increasingly interconnected and multicultural world.
I also want to let the audience know a little bit about the music that we're going to be hearing at the beginning and end of each episode. Would you share a bit of the translation?
Por supuesto, of course. We are fortunate to have a talented group of singers at York. In this series, we hear parts of the song Hasta la Raíz, interpreted by 8th grade students Sofia and Sofia Teresa. The original song is by Natalia Lafourcade. Latin Grammy Award-winning singer from Mexico that speaks of both the most challenging and beautiful moments in our lives and world. Literally, hasta la raíz means until or to the root, but the essence really is if you open your heart and open your mind to see the good out there, the possibilities out there, you will be able to use it, to do something with it, to transform the difficult into the possible.
Thank you. I think hearing from two of our 8th grade students is a beautiful preview of what is going to be developing at York in the years to come with our global programming.
Definitivamente, definitely.
Let's move into our first episode and hear from the first 3 of our global scholars, Nayeli, Maya, and Adriana.
Yo te llevo dentro hasta la raíz y por más que crezca vas a estar aquí. Aunque yo me oculte tras la montaña y encuentro un campo lleno de caña, no habrá manera, mirayo de luna, que tú te vayas.